Hey guys, Yankee here, and today I want to be giving my thoughts on, oh boy, Do You Love Your Mom and Her Two-Hit Multi-Target Attacks, Volume 1. Um, I've talked about this a little bit in my manga haul video when I picked it up, but I decided to do sort of separate videos for it since I'm getting it and enjoying it. This first volume is sort of the setup to everything, obviously. Um, the Japanese government has created this MMO that is sort of built around the premise of helping parents and mothers and their children sort of grow closer together. So our main character, Masato, and his mom, Mamako, who is on the cover, are one of the parents and child, or whatever, who get chosen to sort of partake in this new thing that they're trying, right? It's still a work in progress, and so they get picked to go on basically a fantasy adventure, mother and son. The problem is, though, once they get into the game, Mamako is incredibly strong, like really overpowered, which sort of doesn't leave much for Masato to do. So, like, they encounter an enemy, and then Mamako takes care of it, and he doesn't get to sort of partake at all. So his sort of this dream fantasy adventure for him is sort of ruined by having his mom along. And so those two are sort of the main characters. The other two characters are their party members. Wise, who is a wizard, who is sort of your, for the time being, red-headed Sundeer type. Sundiri, I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Sort of that type. And then Porta, who is the youngest out of all of them. I think Wise and Masato are probably 15 or 16. And then Porta is 12, so she's quite a few years younger. And she is oh boy, how do they explain it? Or what do they call it? She's like a traveling merchant, I think. So her job is sort of collecting the items that enemies drop, and then she can make things as well. But yeah, this is very much a adventure type story with those four characters. But because it's also a sort of, the game is in development right now, there are lots of sort of gags, I guess, where they just run into things that are just broken. Like there's a government agent, oh boy, Shirase, I believe, who is sort of guiding them or talking with, like, they meet her a lot, and then she is sort of often finding herself on the bad end of like a glitch or something. But yes, like the setup to this is okay. It's quite long. With a premise like this, you wouldn't think it would be as long as it is, but I think there's 10 volumes out in Japan. There's 4 volumes out here in English. And from what I hear, it's sort of moving towards the final arc, so maybe 12, 13 volumes, 14 at most, I would say. So the author really has to stretch out this sort of premise for that long, and we'll see how he does. I've read the first 3. And I'll talk about them, I guess, at a later time. But this volume is okay. We'll see sort of where it goes. But the premise is good. Mother and child going on an adventure together where she sort of spoils the fun. I like that. It's silly. It's fun. It's something I can get behind. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I'll see you guys next time.